प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So welcome to the Bhagavad Gita class, Sarartha Varshani Tika of Srila Vishwanath Chakra Thakur and the Rasik Raman, sorry, not Rasik Raman, Rasik Ranjan commentary, which is a sub-commentary to the Sarartha Varshani Tika. Yesterday we began with chapter 16, and within the flow from 13 to 17, we saw what is the connection for chapter 16. And yesterday we discussed that. We mentioned how bhungte, the desire is like the seed. Chapter 13 is discussed. Purusha Prakriti Stohe bhungte. And this Prakriti is made of three modes, which is discussed in chapter 14. And ultimately, just like there are roots, the entire trunk and the tree is the 15th chapter. 16th chapter is the upper portion and the lower portion of the tree. The upper portion are the divine qualities which are conducive for liberation. The lower portion of the tree is demonic qualities, rajas and tamas, which lead to lower destinations. So that is chapter 16. Chapter 17 is basically what is in between, so which will come up. So we saw the first three verses, how these qualities, the sannyasis, prajas, the grahasthas, the vanaprasthas and brahmacharis, and then all these qualities are there to different degrees in the brahmacharis, brahmanas, kshatriyas, vaishyas, and the shudras. So we saw all these 26 qualities. And then with Shuddha Bhakti, practice of Shuddha Bhakti, we develop the transcendental qualities. But in order to enter Shuddha Bhakti, based on our position, we need to cultivate these qualities so that they are favorable for our, entrance into Shuddha Bhakti. So that's why it is very, very important. We saw that also. And then we went into the demonic qualities, Dambho Darpa, Abhimanasya, Krodha Parushamevacha, Ajnanam, Cha Vichadasya, Partha Sampadam, Asurim. And there are these two types. There is the Daivi Sampada, which is favorable for liberation. And then there is the Asuri, which is causes bondage. And then Arjuna is concerned that maybe I'm killing and I'm using anger, so I'm Asuri. But he says, Masucha, you are born with Daivi Sampada. And then he says about, there are only these two types, either the divine or the demonic. And Daiva Vistara Prokta, I have spoken in detail in verses 1 to 3, and many other chapters also he has spoken. Now he speaks about the Asuric qualities. So this is where we ended our discussion yesterday. And let's go into text 7. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha janana vidurasuraha na saucham na pichacharo na satyam teshu vidyate. Demonic people do not understand. Asura jana na vidu. They don't understand what? Dharma and adharma. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha. They don't know what is dharma and what is adharma. Pravritti and nirmutri. They do not have teshuna vidyate, cleanliness, regulated activities, saucham, api, acharo or achar or truthfulness, satyam. So please mark, interesting. What is one of the demonic qualities which is mentioned here? Which is one of the demonic qualities which is, quite outstanding here, which will catch our attention. Which one you feel the demonic quality? Anyone would like to share their thoughts? Which quality, demonic quality, really outstands here when Krishna is explaining this verse? Which quality you feel? Which really, my goodness, this is a demonic quality. You feel just hearing that. Raise your hands. Who would like to answer? Navneet Kalra Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam. Regulated activities.
Okay, that's true. Regulated activities. Then which one really outstandingly stands here?
Is it Socham? I don't know. Or
Autumn.
truthfulness?
Okay. Then which one is mentioned? The other one.
Truthfulness?
Truthfulness. Now please mark now that if you are not truthful in your dealings, even for small things you tell lies, that means it is a demonic quality. So if you are having this demonic quality, then where is the question that you'll practice bhakti properly, whether it is mixed also? And cleanliness. That's also considered as a demonic quality. Further, I will show in one Prabhupada's purport, as Mataji pointed out, regulated activities. That means you don't act whimsically. Prabhupada uses this term, as your mind says. You do. This is also called as demonic quality. This is also a demonic quality. So please
I
mark
had the
it.
understanding regulated means like following the four regulative principles. I I
It is,
I came from that point.
yes, even for following the rule, and your mind is not regulated. You don't follow a disciplined life, and you do things whimsically. One day you do this, one day you do that. But if you're every day regulated, getting up on time, doing your activity of attending your morning program, your sadhana, your reading, taking your breakfast, doing your work, everything is very disciplined. And in fact, in today's modern world, if you're leading this kind of a life, they think it is very boring, man. It's very boring, they feel. But actually, this disciplined life is actually progress. It's actually progress. The more the mind gets disciplined to do, the more you can actually progress. But today's whole conception is changed because it's all asuric. It's a mentality. The more undisciplined, you feel spontaneously you do. Spontaneous means just what the mind says. That's not spontaneous
Monkey mind.
activities.
Monkey mind.
Huh?
Monkey mind.
Ah, monkey mind, yes. So this is, the trend today going all over the world nowadays. And it's all because of the influence of Rajas and Tamas. Prabhupada will speak about it. I'll show you in the purport what Prabhupada says, and you will be surprised. As devotees, you might be feeling that, you know, the demons don't read Bhagavad Gita. Devotees only read. And if you can discover yourself here, then there is hope for progress. Because this demanding mentality, also this asuric mentality, is there deep rooted in our heart. So Krishna is speaking about it. Pravritim means dharma, nivritim means adharma. So there are three things he's saying: cleanliness, regulated activities, and truthfulness. Na, na, na. Na socham, na achara, and na satyam. That means if you're doing these three, then you have divine qualities. So pravritti and nivritti, again, I want to make this point clear. Pravritti is called as dharma, nivritti is called as adharma. The term pravritti and nivritti, have different meanings in context. So there is the pravritti marga, which is the karma marga, path of karma. The path of karma. And there is the nivritti marga, the path of gyan. The path of fruitive activity is the path of renunciation. So here it is not speaking about pravritti and nivritti in that sense, the marga. It is pravritti means, to do as per dharma and not acting as per the Vedas. That is nivritti here. Doing adharmic activities. That is nivritti here. So that's one thing we have to get now. Okay. Now, what are their philosophies? Asatyam apratishtam te jagat ahur anishwaram aparasparam sambhutam kim manyat kama hetukam. They say the world is false. Te ahu, they say, jagat asatyam. Jagat is asatya. Brahma satya, jagat mithya. Now, how can we also, we understand that, this universe is coming from Krishna. So, but subtly in our consciousness, how can we subscribing to this philosophy? How can we be subscribing to this philosophy? Anyone? Tukaram Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandot Pranam.
Yes.
I couldn't
Understand the question.
add the question, yes.
You see, there are, philosophy means, what you live by. The karmis, they have a philosophy: eat, drink, and enjoy, who has seen life after death. And that's why they are very expert in enjoying the world. Although they say the world is false, but they enjoy the world. Of course, the Gyanis say this world is false because they want to become detached. That is a different level. Ravan's mentality is what? Ravan wanted to enjoy the property of Krishna, that is Sita, Lord Ram.
Yes.
So, you must have heard that Hindi song, तारीफ करो उस खुदा की जिसने तुम्हें बनाया. So he is glorifying the beauty what you have created, my Lord. But it is for my enjoyment.
Enjoy.
Okay. So similarly, in a subtle way, how we devotees can be subscribing to this philosophy is my question.
Yeah. We can appreciate the beauty of Lord.
No, but that is, it's not subscribing to that philosophy, na? How in a subtle way we subscribe to this philosophy is my question. Although we know this world is belonging to Krishna, but still we want to
enjoy.
enjoy.
Yeah. We can have prasad, we can have those kind of things.
In the there it is there in the consciousness. Yes or no? Tukaram Prabhuji, agree to this?
Yeah, absolutely. Probably anything that looks good or tastes good, we have that inbuilt
Mm.
uh,
So the
inbuilt quality.
karmis are expert. They think that this world is false, but they want to enjoy the false world. As that song is saying, you know. Yeah. So when you have that mentality, so I was mentioning in the first class yesterday, actually Asuric is a mentality. So what is
Mm.
that? Asatyam apratishtam te jagat ahur anishwara. They say the world is false without a foundation, apratishtam, without a creator, anishwaram, having arisen without cause, aparasparam sambhutam. What else can be said? Kim manyat? Its cause is just some speculation according to one's desire. Kama haitukam. Okay, let's see. Vishnu Chakravarti gives some insight here. This describes the thinking process of the asuras. What is the meaning of asura? Anyone knows? What is the meaning of asura? If you break this term asura, asuras is plural. Let's, asu and ra. So what does this mean? Anyone knows? Anyone knows? Anyone knows? Bir Prabhuji, are you there?
Hare Krishna Bhutanath Prabhu. Prabhu, Sura means which is demoniac actually, but
No,
this
no,
way
no, no, no,
Sadhguru
no. When you break this term, asu and ra,
Ashu and
asu means what?
that I don't know, Prabhu.
Okay, I will give you a hint. Tukaram Mishkin Prabhu has raised his hand. Let us first. Yes, Tukaram Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Uh,
Sura means God, Prabhuji.
Asura means what?
Sura means God. Asura means non-God.
No, 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 no. It's not God and non-God. The Suras are the devotees of God.
Okay.
I am just asking the meaning Asu and Ra.
Aswanda. Yeah. Broken.
Bir Krishnaji, we'll go back to you.
Yes,
Have you
Prabhu.
come across this word Asu?
So does it mean, Prabhu, quickly, quick? Jaldi.
Ashu is different. Ashu is different.
Uh,
Gatasuna agatasunshya.
Gata
Bhagavad
suna,
Gita.
gata suna. Yes,
So
yes, yes.
Asu means life heirs.
Life. Yes, yes, yes,
And
yes.
Ra means to Ramante.
Okay, okay. The taking pleasure in life yes.
Ah, this is enjoying mentality. So you can now
Mm.
recognize, Asura is a mentality. If
Asura
you're
Janira.
enjoying your senses, basically senses means pranas, you know, because it is the
Yes.
pranas. If the pranas are strong, you enjoy the senses, you know. So anyone who is enjoying the senses, the prana, the life airs, he's a asura. They say that the
Mm.
world is an illusory conception based on falsity, asatyam, that is without shelter, apratishta, not having even the basis of a flower in the sky, that is without creatorship of a controller, since it is false. So this is the conception of the asuras. It's a conception, it is basically a mentality. Because it has arisen from nowhere, like entities from perspiration. This is their philosophy. Even entities from perspiration, just like in the rice bag, the eggs come, there is, the combination happening there within which we cannot see. It has not arisen from a cause. Aparasparam sambhutam. This is how it is. This is how they propagate it. What else can be said? Kimanat. Its cause is just according to the desire who propound theories about it. Kama hetukum. According to my theory, this is like this. According to your, all are correct. And all of us, let us sit and enjoy. If they can imagine that the world arises only by illusion, then what becomes the cause? Others explain the verse thus. It has no proof, no confirmation from Vedas, Puranas, or other sources of knowledge. Asatyam. It is said, Trayo Vedasya Kartaro Bhanda Dhruta Nishachara. The makers of the three Vedas are jackals imitating wise men. Note, this is the philosophy of Charvak and others in the Lokayata school. This is quoted by Sridhar Swami as well, but the source is not given. So this is, they from the Vedas quote these. Ridam gitva gritam pivet yavad jivet sukam jivet bhasmas bhutasya deha kim punaragamam bhavet. So as long as life is there, keep on enjoying. So this is the prominent philosophy of everyone today in the world. He has no state of dharma or adharma, pratishtam. The ideas of dharma and adharma, both mistaken conceptions. The Lord also is conceived on the basis of mistake, Brahma Anishwaram. It is observed that the world arises only from mutual interactions of men and women. This is not a fact. The world does not arise from their interaction. Aparasparam sambhutam. Though it is said that the child arises from the mother and father, it is a mistaken idea, like false knowledge, that the pot has arisen from the potter. So various, silly philosophies they have, They say it has arisen from men and women, mutual interaction, then say it does not arise, It's a mistaken idea. What should be said? The cause of the world is simply a speculation of one's whimsical. I mentioned, na? Kama hetukam. So whimsically they sit and discuss. By logic, whatever different person speaks about atoms, Maya or God, they talk of that as the cause. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, those of demonic temperament call this world asatya, illusionary, apratishta, without basis, ananishwar, without a supreme being. Their philosophy is that there is no purpose in accepting the existence of the supreme controller, since the relationship of cause and effect is not the basis of the creation of this universe. Some say that Ishwar does exist, but when he created the world, he was influenced by his selfish desires, and therefore he is not qualified to be the object of our worship. See, such crazy conceptions, when you speak to them, then you will realize, what kind of conceptions they carry. And then now, etam drishtim. This is their drishti. This is their, vision. Now, this is not spiritual vision. This is their conception, basically. So, based on their philosophy, avashtabhya nashtatmano alpa buddhaya pravanti ugra karmana shayayo jagata hitha. Taking shelter of this viewpoint, it is a viewpoint, etam drishtim avashtabhya, being depraved, nashtatmano, unintelligent, alpa buddhaya, performing violent actions, ugra karmana, these men, ahita, are born to bring destruction to the world. Jagata shayaya prabhavanti. So this is the nature of the demonic, and they exploit this world, because there is no Ishwar. They don't have faith in the law of karma. Some of these asuras who speak in this way are lost souls, nashtatmana. We'll come to what the lost souls means further. Some have little intelligence, some are violent, doing whatever they want, living hellish existence. This is described in 11 verses. So from verse 10 to 18, the description continues. Avashtabhya means taking shelter of this conception. I mentioned, it's basically a conception. Now, the activities of the demonic based on this, philosophy. So we will take up this now. But any questions you have up till now? Any questions, any clarifications? This chapter is relatively quite deep and profound. We need to make a very in-depth study of this Asuric mentality, which is very deep-rooted. Lust, anger, greed, all these are Asuric qualities in one sense also. Yes, Tukaram Prabhuji.
Perfect. No problem.
Yes,
Just a small question.
Huh?
Either you are Asuric or this one, Dharmic or Adharmic, right? That's what
Pardon?
you said. See, either you are Asuric or otherwise. You cannot be both.
Well, how it is, the mind has these two, you know, there are two sides of the mind, the divine side and the demonic side.
Yes.
And, the acharyas give the example of the good dog and the bad dog. Now, when you come into devotional service and you start feeding the good dog, then you start developing these qualities. But
Right.
when you start feeding the bad dog, then you can start developing those qualities.
Yes. Either way we can go. Yes.
Yes, it is always the free will and the choice is there.
Yes.
It's dynamic. Hmm?
Yeah. Yeah. My point was that
Hmm.
we have both. That's what I was trying to convey.
Yes,
I
we
mean,
have
we have to
both,
fulfill.
and generally,
Hmm.
Abhijatasya, Prabhupada is giving a lot of hope there. Abhijatasya means actually somebody who is now, Varnashram is no more there in the world. Of course,
Hmm.
there it is there in the form of a crude form. Uh, Somebody is born with these kind of demonic qualities because he's born in the mode of passion and ignorance. The classic examples are the two powerful asuras, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. They are, personified mode of. Destructive. So somebody is born with sattvic qualities and they are conducive for development of spiritual life. But by association with those who are in the mode of ignorance, he can, feed the bad dog. And then he can, Ajamil was born in a Brahmana family. He had all the qualities of a Brahmana. Satyam, Dhamma, Shama. But just in that association with the prostitute, the drunkard, he lost all his qualities and he became a thief, a robber, you know. So association, it is association with the modes. And in the previous chapter, we saw not the previous chapter, in the 14th chapter, if you associate with goodness, what is your destination? Association with passion, what happens? So it's all matter of association, and their choice and free will is always there with the jiva to move towards the divine or towards the demonic. And we
Yes.
have to recognize when the bad dog, we start criticizing devotees, we find faults with devotees, or lust, anger, greed start happening, and then we have to call out Krishna, fervently from the core of our heart, take good association, and then work on it internally. Is it okay, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah. Somebody else also had raised their hands. Sri Lalita Mataji, you had raised your hand?
Then I thought, I don't know. Prabhu, did you, anywhere mention that whoever, immediately they act without thinking, that is Asuric quality, Prabhu?
Yes.
Oh, but some people think spontaneously, then they are actually, that is not Asuric, right, Prabhu?
Well, you should have cultivated regulated life and you should have come to that platform. Sometimes we do spontaneously think and end up in a big mess. Have you also observed that?
Yeah, but when,
Yeah, yeah. Have you
yes,
observed or no? Yes.
Prabhu, I've
So
observed.
it is coming from the mode of passion then, without proper
Mhm.
contemplation, in the name
Hmm.
of spontaneity.
But when we sometimes do something and it happens, works out positively, then people say, what a presence of mind she has. That means
Yeah,
it is.
yes. That also shows that there is a very disciplined, regulated, and that is coming from inner inspiration and from the mercy of Guru and Krishna. But that is at an elevated stage, I feel.
Okay, Prabhu. Just
That's at
wanted
an
to ask.
elevated stage. But I'm speaking on when you spontaneously try to do certain activities
Impulsive.
thinking you're, spontaneously inspired, and it turns out to be completely demoniac, which most of the times it can
Okay.
happen, frankly speaking. Are you getting this point?
Got it. So suppose if I'm feeling something, Prabhu, and I express that feeling immediately, that is demoniac.
No.
Okay.
No, it need not be like that, but we have to, in case to case, evaluate actually and see.
Okay, Prabhu.
You
Okay,
know,
Prabhu.
Firstly, we have to understand now the conditioned souls are having spontaneous sense gratification.
Yeah.
From spontaneous sense gratification, we have to go to regulated devotional service. And when we strictly follow the regulated devotional service and purify our heart, then begins spontaneous devotional service. In the name of spontaneity, we might act something, which might completely turn up, very severe repercussions can come. So that was not from spontaneity, but it was from what? The modes of passion sometimes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Is it clear?
Yes, thank you.
Navneet Kalra Mataji? Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I just had a thought.
Hmm.
Like, since we are so conditioned, our prayer should be that whatever like modes I am in, I should remember the Lord. Is that a better prayer, or because any which ways we are striving to be there?
Mhm. Striving to be where?
Striving to be like having a regulated life and doing our efforts, but still like we are in a very conditioned state.
Correct.
So
So,
like should our prayer be that whatever our state would be, we should not forget the Lord. We
yeah,
should have that mercy.
but we have to very clearly understand, if you want to remember the Lord, you have to come to the mode of goodness. That's a prerequisite.
Okay.
Because the rajas, the sattva is illuminating, rajas is obscuring, and the tamas is covering. It's only sattva which is illuminating. So, but generally, when we are born and our entire prakriti, our nature remains the same, it doesn't change a lot. It's not easy,
Mm.
also. You're born with that particular nature. If somebody is a businessman by nature, throughout his life, he'll have that tendency and nature. It doesn't go away. But
Yeah.
as we take up to devotional service, gradually that tendency, of that mentality that, when I give, I expect, that expectation should come down so that the sattva keeps on increasing. And this has to be practiced over a period of time, and gradually, with the practice, maturity, age, and experience, and gradually detaching, one has to develop more and more sattva and more regulation. And that's where progress lies. Is it clear?
So our prayer should be that I am more firm in my endeavor.
Yes. Praise is, you have to pray to offer the prayers which pure devotees have offered in the transcendental platform. And how to transcend, that is our goal, to transcend ultimately
Okay.
the modes, because from there only pure bhakti begins. Mam cha avyacharenena, mam cha yo avyabhicharena, bhakti yogena sevate sa gunan samati taitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. So we have to come to that, transcendental platform. Brahma bhuta prasannatma na sochati na kamshati.
Nakankshit.
So we have to come to that na kamshati, hankering and lamentation. There we are always, swinging like a pendulum from these two states. So where is the question? Then we'll practice steadily bhakti. So that is our goal, and that's why we have to take shelter of the prayers from the Bhagavatam to pure devotees, and take shelter of the holy name, Dham, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, nectar of devotion, nectar of instruction, because these are all, we have to take shelter of Srila Prabhupada, who has given these books. We have to take his association through his books, and through that, get association of the six Goswamis of Vrindavan. Rupa Raghunatha Pade, Hoibe, Akuti, Kabe, Hama, Bujabo, Yugala Priti. When will I take shelter of Rupa and Raghunath Goswami? You can take shelter of Rupa and Raghunath by studying their literatures, Updeshamrit, Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. And by following the instructions given in those literatures, we are actually serving the feet of Rupa and Raghunath. So that is our only hope.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay. Any other questions? Anyone else has? Yes, dear Krish Babuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dandavat Prabhu.
Yes.
Prabhu, this Asuric mentality people, do they have some, I mean, do they have some sort of scripture? Or they have no, I mean, there is no scriptural backing
They
for their
have their
thought
own
process.
scripture. Let's come to that. It will be spoken here now.
Okay.
It will be spoken
But
in the coming.
that means they also fall in the category of Vedic ambit.
Well, externally so-called, they give lip service to the Vedas, but they do what they want. Jarasandh was very, very what?
He was Karmakandi type.
For the Brahmanas, he was very respectful. Anyone would walk with him and he could. But mentality was Asuric. So it will come. There can be dharma
Right.
veggies. It will come up now here in the next verses. Okay?
Right. Well, thank you.
We'll discuss more when it comes up here. Okay, now their activities. Kamamashritya dushpuram dhambamana madanvitaha mohad grihit vasad granan pravartante suchivrata, taking shelter of insatiable lust, dushpuram kamam ashritya, filled with false pretense, pride and passion, dambamana madanvita, with impure vows, asuchivrata. Hiranyakashipu's vows, standing on one leg and worshipping, these kind of vratas they take. They engage in all sorts of false doctrines. Asad grahat pravartante, out of bewilderment, mohat. They engage in false doctrines, asad grahan. They perform vrata without pure conduct, asuchi vrata. Chintam aparimeyam cha pralayantam upashritaah kamopabhoga parama etavat iti nishchata, taking shelter of unlimited thoughts and worries. Chintam aparimeyam cha upashrita, of what they should obtain till the point of death. Pralayantam, they are convinced that the goal is only to enjoy sense objects to the utmost. Kama upabhoga parama etavad iti nishchita. Until death, pralayantam, they take shelter of unlimited thoughts. They are convinced that the only purport of scripture, etavan iti nishchita, is to let the senses enjoy sense objects. Why worry about it? So even the karma kandis have this mentality, swarga para. So, in a subtle way, it is there. Asha pasher sater baddha kama krodha parayana ihante kama bhogartam anyayenartha sanchayan. Bound by hundreds of shackles of desires. Asha pasha shater baddha. They're bound with all these shackles. Surrendered to lust and anger. Kama krodha parayan. They are not Narayan parayan. They're Kama krodha parayan. They strive to amass heaps of wealth, artha sanchayan ihante, through illegal means, anyayena, in order to enjoy sense objects. Kama bhogartam. Prabhupada gives very elaborate commentaries to these. Please do read. I'm not going to refer them right now here. Idam adya maya labdham imam prapsya manoratam idam astidam api me bhavishyanti punardhanam. I have gained this object today. Idam adya maya labdham. Next, I will obtain this object that I desire. Imam prapsya manoratham. This is mine now. Idam asti. This wealth will also be mine in the future. Idam dhanam api me punar bhavishyanti. आसो मया हतः शत्रु हनिष्ये चापरानपि ईश्वरोऽहम् अहं भोगी सिद्धोऽहं बलवान सुखी. I have killed my enemy. Aso shatrur maya hata. I will kill others also. Hanishye cha aparan api. I am Lord. I am enjoyer. Ishwaraham aham bhogi. I am strong and happy. Siddhoham balavan sukhi. आद्यो बीजनवानस्मि कुतोऽन्यस्ति सदृशो मया यक्षे दास्यामि मोदिष्य इति अज्ञान विमोहित. I am wealthy and high born. Adyo abhijanvan asmi. Who is equal to me? Kuto anyasti sadrusho maya. I shall enjoy women and defile them. Yaksha dasyami. I will enjoy modishya. In this way, they are bewildered by ignorance. Iti ajnana vimohita. Anekachinta vibhranta mohajala samavrita prasakta kama bhogeshu patanti narake suchao. Misled by many thoughts, aneka chitta vibhranta, covered by a net of illusion, mohajala samavrita, extremely attached to enjoying objects. Prasakta kama bhogeshu, they fall into an unclean hell. Patanti narake asucho. So even if you have the mentality of too much enjoying the objects, we have to be very careful. Attachment to the enjoyments of their desired objects, they fall into unclean hell, into such places as Vaitarni, filled with blood and piss. Atma sambhavita stabda dhanamana madanvita yajanti nama yaggeshte dhambena vidipurvakam. Now see, having a lot of wealth, respected by the unintelligent, Atma sambhavita, unsubmissive, stabda, filled with the intoxication of pride in their wealth, dhanamana madanvita, they are intoxicated by wealth. They perform worship for show only. Te dambena yajanti. Yajanti nam yagyena. So they perform these huge sacrifices not to glorify name. They want their name should be glorified. And you can see any poster you see of any festival. I'm just giving an example. How demonic is that mentality? Just take this Ganesh Chaturdashi festival, and there is one Ganesh picture, and there'll be down, 15, 20 pictures of because everyone wants their picture, who are all the secretary, the treasurer, everyone wants, and all their pictures will be big, 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 huge pictures, So this is all what? Yajanti nama yagyeste. Why? Dambena. For show only, externally. And they do it avidipura, without following scriptural rules. Atma sambhavita means those who have attained worshipable status but are not respected by any well-bred people. Therefore, they are unsubmissive, stabda. They perform worship by actions which are sacrificed in name only. Nama yagye yajante. Ahankaram balam darpam kama krodha cha samshrita mam atma paradeheshu pradvishanto abhyasuyaka. Surrendered, samshrita, to ego, ahankar, strength, balam, arrogance, darpam, lust and anger, kama krodam cha. They hate me situated in their own and other bodies. Mam atma paradeshu pradvishanta. Dvishanta, dvisham means to envy, but pradvishanta means they deeply envy and find fault in the qualities of the devotees. Abhya suyakaha. They disrespect me, pradushanta, the Paramatma who am situated in their own bodies and other bodies, Atma para deheshu. Or they hate me who is situated in the bodies of the devotees who are surrendered to Paramatma, Atma para deheshu ma. They hate me since they hate the devotees who are surrendered to me, and they find fault in the qualities of the devotees. So that's the activities of the demonic. Now, 19 to 24 is a short section, which I think time is up. Yeah, which we will take up tomorrow. You know, it's a very short section. So yes, Beer Preflu, you have a question? Yeah, I have to unmute you, no? Sorry. Yeah.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, so can we say that this asuric mentality is basically prime ignorance with coloring of rajas?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
All
like that,
the
no?
qualities of Rajas and Tamas, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, all
That too
these.
also ignorance is more prime. I mean, it's like that.
Pardon?
I mean, ignorance is more. Uh, I mean, it is dominated by ignorance or it is dominated by passion. How it is?
Both.
Both.
Calm is
But
passion. When calm is
prominent
not
is
satisfied,
ignorance.
when calm is not satisfied, it becomes Krodha. Then it is
Mm.
transforms into the mode of ignorance.
Mm-hmm. It is combination of both.
Yeah. What is,
Right.
Tada rajastamo bhava kamalobhadaschet chete terana kamalobhadaschet. So kama
Mm.
is because of the mode of passion. Lob is mode of ignorance
Yes. Yes. Yes.
in that sense.
Right. Right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Any other questions anyone else has about this section which we discussed now? Any other clarifications? Okay, so we'll stop. The last section I don't want to start now because it's just 5 verses, and we will take this up tomorrow and complete the discussion on the 16th chapter and then go to the 17th chapter. And the last chapter is very, very, very interesting. Please stay tuned. It is very deep, philosophical, and especially the last section, it's very profound. It's very heart melting, I can say. So stay tuned. Last chapter is going to take many classes, at least 10 classes. At least, I feel. At least it will be 10, 12 classes. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. हरे कृष्ण.